This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
The Gemara tells us in Masechta Ksubas and Daf Kuf Gimel Amud Beis about the Petira of Rebbe. Says the Gemara, Hu Yoima Da'ashkavase the Rebbe, the day of Rebbe's funeral, Nafka Bas Kala V'Amra, the heavenly voice called out and said, Kal Dahava Ba'ashkavase the Rebbe, Mezuman Hu L'chai Olam Haba. Anyone who attends the funeral of Rebbe will immediately go to Olam Haba. Tosfos asks, every Jew has a chelek in Olam Haba. So what's the chidush that anyone who's at Rebbe's funeral is mezuman l'chai olam haba? Tosfos quotes Rabbeinu Meir that mezuman means b'loi din or b'li yisurim. It's a quick ticket to olam haba. Frekt Rabbi Yitzchak Elchanan Spector, the Kavna Rav. You know, there've been a lot of great all-time tzaddikim, and nowhere do we find in Chazal that if somebody attended their funeral, they go straight to olam haba. They're mezuman l'chai olam haba. Certainly, Rebbe was one of the greatest. But there were others. It doesn't say that about any of the other Tanoim, or anybody earlier than Rebbe, or anybody later than Rebbe. Why dafka? Only those who participate in Rebbe's funeral are mezuman l'chai olam haba. Well, in this week's Parsha, in Acharei, it speaks about the Petira of the two sons of Aaron, juxtaposed to the Avodah of Yom Kippur. And the Spector Zutrasi says, Lama nismacha misa shnei b'nei Aaron leParshas Yom Kippurim, the death of tzaddikim atones like Yom Kippur. Which begs the question, because if the death of tzaddikim atones like Yom Kippur, then why only those who participated in Rebbe's kvura, in Rebbe's funeral? One who participates in any funeral, it would seem that it should be mechaper, and one should be mezuman l'chai olam haba. Says Rabbi Yitzchak Elchanan, it is well known the machlokes between Rebbe and the Chachamim regarding Yom Kippur. Rebbe holds Itzuma Shel Yom Mechaper. Rebbe holds the power of the day atones for one's avonos even without tshuva. An amazing sheet of Rebbe, that just the very passage of the day of Yom Kippur is mechaper. Say the Chachamim, no, Yom Kippur is mechaper l'shavim, ve'einu mechaper l'she'enam shavim. You need the combination, you need the ingredient of tshuva. But if you don't have tshuva, Yom Kippur alone is not mechaper. Therefore, says Rabbi Yitzchak Elchanan, if there's a machlokes between Rebbe and the Chachamim about Yom Kippur, that machlokes would apply equally to the Misa of Tzaddikim, which is equal to Yom Kippur. If Rebbe and the Chachamim argue whether tshuva is necessary for Yom Kippur, then if Chazal are telling us that Shkula Misa Tzaddikim Kiyam Kippurim, they would likewise argue regarding Misa Tzaddikim, where Rebbe would hold that if somebody merely goes to a levaya of a tzaddik to honor the tzaddik, even if they don't do tshuva, that participation is mechaper their avonos. And the Chachamim say, no, it's like Yom Kippur. Just like Yom Kippur, it's only mechaper l'shavim. So too, certainly if somebody goes to the funeral of a great tzaddik and is nisoyer to tshuva, and arouses himself and repents and corrects his misdeeds, then certainly that tshuva in combination with Misa Tzaddikim is mechaper. But just Misa Tzaddikim alone, the Chachamim say it's no better than Yom Kippur. Misa Tzaddikim is equal to Yom Kippur. So for Yom Kippur you need tshuva, for Misa Tzaddikim you need tshuva as well. And therefore, by the Misa of Shar Tzaddikim, we paskin like the Chachamim. We know halacha kirebi mechavei roi v'loi mechavei rav. We paskin like the Chachamim that Yom Kippur is only mechaper with tshuva. Likewise, Misa Tzaddikim is only mechaper with tshuva. And therefore, if somebody goes to the funeral of a tzaddik without doing tshuva, it's not mechaper. That's why we don't find by any other tzaddik that merely being ba'ashkavasei at their funeral is mechaper one's avonos. But by Rebbe's levaya, l'kavod Rebbe min hashamayim, they gave a special dispensation that since Rebbe's shita is Yom Kippur, Yitzuma Sheyam Mechaper, therefore Rebbe would say Misa Tzaddikim is Mechaper without tshuva at Rebbe's levaya. So to speak, Rebbe is the Mora Asra at his levaya, therefore at Rebbe's levaya, the halacha follows Rebbe, and therefore dafka by the Ashkavasei, the Rebbe, did a heavenly bas call, cry out, called the Hava Bashkavasa the Rebbe, Mezuman Hu L'chaye Ha'olam Haba, says Rabbi Yitzchak Elchanan Spector, quoted in the Sefer Mishulchan Gavoya in this week's Parsha, page Kuf Chaf Tes.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.